Hi, welcome to Social Research Insights. The mission of Social Research Insights is to promote open source tools for both academic and corporate research needs. This is in fact one of the video cast on my series of presentations regarding big data analytics through Hadoop. In my previous video, I've explained how to how to start the Hadoop, and after that know what are the different files that are existing in Hadoop Distributed File System with the help of a command known as ls. So the command was very simple. We just have to input Hadoop FS, which stands for Hadoop File System dash ls and / just like this. Hadoop FS, as I said, FS stands for file system, and dash ls and / / is the root file system of HDFS. In this video cast, I'm going to explain how to create a file in the local file system. That is step number 1. So how to create a file in local file system, maybe a small text file, and we'll try to put some data in that text file. After that, I will tell you how to upload that file or put that file in Hadoop Distributed File System, and later how to see the contents of that file, and later how to make the different directories, maybe just like directory 1, directory 2, something like that. And I'll be following this naming convention so that it is very easy for me to recognize how many directories are there in the HDFS or Hadoop Distributed File System. So later it is very easy for me to keep my files in a bit organized way, and how to move these files from one place to other place. So moving these files. So this is actually, perhaps I may also deal with how to update the contents of the text file which is in the local file system, so that whenever we put some information in the local file system, that information must be updated in the HDFS file, which is actually the replica of the file in local file system. So this is what precisely I'm going to cover in this video. So first step, let me show you how to create a local file system and put some text. The text only for this to understand later in my preceding videos as how to exercise certain important functions like word count. So right now it is not worthy to mention those functions, but I'm indirectly creating an atmosphere so that it will be easy for me to explain a few other functions that actually data analysts normally deal with while performing data analysis through Hadoop. So let's go back to our console terminal in Ubuntu 16.04. I installed this Hadoop in Ubuntu 16.04. You can clearly see that I already logged in as HD user, which means I'm behaving like a Hadoop user in this instance of the terminal. Okay, now I'm going to start the daemons. So in order to start the Hadoop daemons, you will just have to press start all sh. This is actually a deprecated version of we are supposed to start as start dfshs and start an sh, something like that. So when you enter this command and press enter or execute, Hadoop will let you know that this is a deprecated version of it is a deprecated, and rather you can use start -dfs.sh, start -yarn.sh. So this is actually the way, but it doesn't matter, still it works. So it doesn't matter whether what matters at the end of the job is the work. So Let me check what are all the daemons that are started through this by executing this command start dash all .sh. So we started a daemon data node for data node, name node, node manager, name node, secondary name node, and resource manager. And I'm not going to explain much about these daemons. Perhaps I can take up this discussion when I start my lectures on yarn. Okay, for time being, let me inquire as what data is available from the HDFS. For that, we have Hadoop tab. You need not type the entire command. You can just after typing the couple of letters, you can just press tab so that you fs, which means file system, ls, and root of go to the root or something like that. I'm just telling the computer to go take me to the root of the Hadoop HDFS. So right now there is nothing here. So if you want to create a directory, so Hadoop, and creating directory is actually comes under make directory. Simply, it is a simple function which we use normally as a normal Linux user. So anybody whoever has some little experience with Linux terminal might be knowing about what I'm talking. So in Linux, usually we use this mkdir in order to create a directory. The same command is also available here in Hadoop. So most of the commands that we use in Hadoop environment are all more or less similar with those commands that we normally use in Linux terminal. So make dir in root as dir1. So which means I am creating a folder name with a name dir1 under root file system with the help of a command dash mkdir. So press enter. Let's see what's going to happen. If terminal is silent, which means it created a directory with a name dir1. So let us go back and use the same command which we used earlier in order to inquire the stuff that we probably find from the. So with the help of this command, which is already saved in our history, you press enter and you will find, yes, now we have created a directory successfully with a name dir1, which you can see here, and the time stamp along with the date and the user privileges, everything is available here. And I have read write execute privileges on which is created by Hadoop user, and this Hadoop user belongs to super user group. He has the privileges to execute any kind of operation that normally any super user can do, and it has 0 bytes of the stuff. I mean, it doesn't have anything. It's an empty directory created on 23rd 10 2016 at this time, something like that. Okay, now let us go inside and see what is there in dir. Obviously there will be nothing, isn't it? Because we just created a fresh directory in which we are yet to put some stuff. Actually, the purpose of this video is to demonstrate as how to create a file in local file system. Here you can see that. So we are going to create a small file with an extension txt, which means a text file in local file system, and we'll put some material or stuff in that, and we'll try to upload that file to the HDFS. Okay, so what is this HDFS? I already explained what is HDFS in my previous video cast. This actually, it behaves like a cloud for the local file system. So this is actually the memory which is earmarked by the Hadoop for different operations, read-write operations of data. So whenever we intend to upload something or download something, we are actually trying to we're actually trying to, this is HDFS, and we can, sorry, this is a the Hadoop Distributed File System, and we have a local file system. This is a computer with a local file system. So we can perform some read-write operations. We can upload some material from the local file system, which means the disk. This is my computer. So this is my computer. So I can just simply take the material, upload the material to HDFS, which behaves like a cloud memory. Here we have the HDFS. After installing Hadoop, we'll be creating indirectly a separate file system called Hadoop Distributed File System, and we can also download some material from there. So we can just do read-write operations with the help of. So now I'm going to create some. Let me see. I already have a lot of files here. So let me pick up one of the text files. Let me see what is there in this txt.txt. So I think I already have a ready-made file, so that I need otherwise if you want to just create a let me show you how to create a text file I'm going to do this as a normal Linux user. Okay, sudo, which means super is do, gedit. It's actually a small application in Linux which can create, edit and save certain text files. Txt text, we already have text txt, txt1, or let me delete the first one so that it will be very easy for you. So sudo rm txt. So it is asking me the permissions. Yes, now let me go for. Now the text file is not there, if you see. So I'm going to create a new text file, sudo gedit txt. Now there will be, see the application open for. So here I can put some little text, so that I'm just copying from this already opened, or I'll go to the Wikipedia. Just let me take some material, some arbitrary material. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. I copy that and paste it here, save, close. And if I want to see that material in the terminal, I think I can use cat txt, so that I can see the same information which I copied and pasted in that file. So now I am going to show you how to upload this file to the HDFS. Now this file is available in local file system. Okay, now the next step is uploading or putting this file in HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. For that we have a wonderful command called as copy from local. Here you can see copy from local. To download the file we have copy to local. Okay, to copy from local we just have to execute a command called Hadoop fs dash copy from local and the file name. So that I'm going to do now. Hadoop fs copy from, please be cautious of that small and capital letters, local txt, take it to directory 1. So I should be able to do it without error. Let's see. Yeah, of course. So we didn't see any error here. So let me go back and see Hadoop fs. Let me see if it is copied or not. ls, go to root, the directory 1 in root. Let's see whether, yeah, it is there. So let me see if it is the same file or anything, any difference is there from the. Certainly it should be the same file, but let's see, like, same cat we can use, but in a different way. Hadoop. Before actually I didn't use Hadoop cat, but here Hadoop along with cat, fs cat directory 1 txt. Yeah, same thing, isn't it? See, you can see here and see that same text. So we successfully copied this text file which we had created through our command gedit txt and to the HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. Now I'm going to show you how to append, let's say, let us update this some other material into the present text file, and update that material to the file which we had copied, which we already kept it in HDFS. Now I'll take a couple of other statements, the other statements, anything like, this is an as I said, arbitrary example, and I copy in the local file, sudo gedit txt. So here I'm going to copy that. I put full stop and copy 2 more lines and close it. Let's go cat txt. So I think you can see that the previous text is different from the present text, and so now in order to update this information in the existing file on HDFS, we just have to use a simple command called append file. So you can go to that the syntax of this command, append to file, Hadoop FS append to file, and local file, and the place to where we would like to the file name to which we would like to append the matter in the local file. So we are going to use the same syntax in order to do that operation. So Hadoop FS append to file. So append to file, text txt dir1. This is a place where we have our text file, txt. So let's see whether, yeah. So now we can go for the cat statement, Hadoop fs cat dir1 txt. Now we should be able to see that, yeah. So this command, what it does is that it takes the entire information in the file existing in the local file system, and writes it again, instead of adding the extra lines to the existing matter in the file saved in the Hadoop Distributed File System. So here you can see that these lines is the information which we already have to that text file, which we saved earlier on Hadoop Distributed File System, or HDFS in short. And when we append the matter that we kept in the local file, the entire the information was appended by repeating a few of the lines which we had earlier in the file. So this way we can use all these commands in order to deal with the data between local file system and Hadoop Distributed File System. So we can just merely transfer these files from the local file system to the HDFS, and from HDFS to the local file system. And in case if we have any other application software like Hive, HBase, Pig, Spark, so we can deal with this HDFS. We can rather use HDFS very dynamically in order to deal with our data analytics. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos on YouTube. Thank you.